Hey, BassGeek here, and today begins the journey. All right, geeks, so what journey am I talking about? So a lot of you geeks may not know that, and I didn't start out YouTube to do this, but the God's honest truth is things have come together thanks to you geeks. And now I'm hoping I'm going to get to do this full time. Now that means a lot of things, and it means I have to prepare for a lot of things because I'm not some young kid who's never worked a real job and started YouTube. I'm not some guy that's been in the industry who's already got contacts or had contacts in the industry. I'm just some Joe Schmo that loves to go bass fishing. Geeks, me and Mike are taking old Ruby, old Red, down to the car wash. We're going to get her cleaned up. And, you know, it's kind of a sad day for me because, you know, truthfully, we're going to sell her. Now, why are we going to sell her? So to go full-time fishing on YouTube, I'm going to have to walk away from a very good job. Something that I've done for about 25 years now, and I'm no spring chicken. I am 50 years old. This is not a midlife crisis, geeks. Hell, maybe it is. I mean, what do you tell people? Hey, my name's Hank. I do YouTube for a living. How crazy does that freaking sound? I have worked since I was about 10 or 12, and I've been fishing bass fishing since about that same time, so almost 40 years. And you know, I've worked hard my entire life. I was never able to afford a bass boat or a lot of gear. This was my first bass boat. You know, I fished out of small John boats, just metal boats, and I ain't talking about fancy stuff. I'm talking about a pure, straight John boat with the bench seats and a trolling motor on some local trolling motor only lakes forever. I didn't really have anybody to teach me how to fish. Everything that I learned on my own. And I was nowhere near able to afford an actual bass boat until I went back to college when I was like, I think I graduated when I was 30. For those of you that don't know, me and my wife got pregnant pretty young, and literally I've had kids since I was 20 years old. But yeah, me and the wife's been married for over 30 years. And, you know, I had to put an emphasis on family and not spending money on a bass boat back then. But finally, I went back to college, and that's when I got into computers and networking. So I'm a computer geek, and that's where the name BassGeek comes from. Now, the whole YouTube thing, I actually never intended to go do YouTube. It was something that I'd coached football for years and years and years as a volunteer coach for my local high school. And one day I just seen Tactical Bassin talking about using a GoPro as game footage, as really paying attention to what you're doing when you're on the lake, how you were retrieving a bait. And being a football coach, an offensive defensive line coach, that really resonated with me because I watched a lot of game film. Now, what's funny about that is in high school, me and Mike took a class called television productions. So my goal coming out of high school was to go into sports broadcasting. And what's the funny part about that is Mike was my camera guy back then. So I really never wanted to do YouTube because I really didn't think I was going to have the thick enough skin for trolls. And every once in a while I still don't. But the good thing about the fishing community is most of you guys are really super nice. So one day what I started to do is I actually snuck the school's handy cam out, took it out and filmed some fishing with me. And that was actually the first time I'd used an Alabama rig. So I caught a double on it that day, and I was hooked ever since. My son, my daughter, and Jeremy seen some of the stuff that I did. I found some freebie editing software to cut out some of the dead space, and they were all like, you need to put this on YouTube. And I was like, no. And I never really thought it'd get to this point. It really surprises me every day I wake up and see the numbers. But anyway, that's kind of the story how I got into YouTube and got into fishing. Like I always say, there's really nothing special about me. It's all you geeks that watch. So anyway, it's a pretty sad day for me because I've got to sell Ruby. It's really the only way for me to get to the point that I need to be, have a little nest egg, so that I can make sure that I'm taking care of my family and all the responsibilities that I have as a grown-ass man. And this is my first ever bass boat. Like I said, I bought it in 2004. It's been a lot of memories for me and a lot of firsts for me. A lot of firsts for a lot of my friends, my wife, people like Jeremy, even Mike. Anyway, Fishing Geeks, I hope you guys keep supporting the channel. Keep helping me try to live this dream, because it really is the most important thing is you. So I hope you geeks bear with me. We're not putting out the content that I really want to put out, but we're putting out the content that we have to make to get to where we want to be. So hang in there with us, support us, and I promise you there are some big things coming. So we will always continue to help you gain confidence in baits you've never seen or tried before. So thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the understanding. Thank you, geeks. You mean the world to me. So geeks, this has been an incredible boat for me, but if you want to see how my dream boat, the Green Goblin, was built, go check out this video right here. And as always, questions, comments in the comment section. You guys know I love to talk fishing with you. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you join that 100% Watch Squad. That is the best way, and it's free, to support this channel. You geeks rock.